Good evening, everyone. This is Commander Trium with another session for you this evening. Recording visual flight log data for the FNS Valoria. On the screen in front of you, tactical display. This is a Type 9 heavy freighter. We're earning money at the moment, which is why we're using the Type 9 freighter, given the generous amounts of money that are available to those of us who engage in trade with large volume. And now we will do some adjustments and be right back. At present, let's have a look at the state of the galaxy. An update has happened since we last logged in. There are no other star bases showing up as under attack. I still maintain this is most probably a lull before the storm. Keep things interesting for commanders all over the galaxy. The Thargoids are playing a bit of a waiting game, engaging in a few skirmishes within the core systems. We, of course, are towards the rear of the bubble. For those of you who don't already know what the bubble is or where to find it, the bubble is this. This represents the political sphere of influence of humanity, where factions are being active around the core systems. And of course the solar system and Achenar, the respective capitals of the Federation and the Empire, are maintained. The Pleiades offer some interest, but they were invaded heavily by the Thargoids, and colonist efforts have stalled as a result in this region, so we haven't seen the bubble expand quite out there yet. But that would probably be one of the more logical places for the bubble to expand to next, when the time comes. And it will likely be one of the fringe systems, either Panava and Tal's Utopia faction, or maybe one of the Imperial factions. Aisling Duval, Denton Petraeus, or Zemina Torval, who's also acting emperor at the moment. Well, she is the emperor. Her personal faction could move into these regions. Of course, the current allegiance I have is with Aisling. I have one more week worth of time in her good graces, and I will be able to move up to level 3 rank in her structure, and thereby gain access to the prismatic shield. By then, I'd hope to have access also to an anaconda. But due to some recent losses, I don't know that I'm going to be able to afford an anaconda quite at the same time I'm going to be able to access the prismatic shield. So we might have to just live with it being on the Python, which is my primary battle cruiser at the moment. It's a very well defended Python. Has not been defeated in combat in quite some time. But I've been working on bringing my Type 9 freighter up to defense standing. We have an interesting, one point of interest over here appears to be the system just outside the bubble, the Veroclist system. And I don't know what's going on here, but it is now the focal point of the latest community goal. It only has a population of 1,760 colonists. It is a prison colony with an extraction economy, which is typical for prison colonies or penal colonies of this type. Let's put trade routes back on. And let's, instead of services, let's go to allegiances. The Veroclist system is an imperial system, just at the outer fringes of the empire by the looks of it. It is technically outside the bubble, but therefore outside of faction influence, but not totally outside of humanity's sphere of influence by the looks of it. I didn't realize the Empire had actually gone this far in the zenith direction of the galaxy. And that's quite interesting. Just looking at our grid coordinates here. Of course, there's no real up and down in space, but for purposes of stellar cartography, they have decided upon this being the zenith direction of the galactic plane, and it is located at minus 1729. Or these star systems are located at minus 1729. I'm not sensing, it looks like we've got another galaxy out there somewhere. I've never been in this kind of a direction before. Minus 2300, 2400, there's not a lot of star systems out here anymore. Not much of anything out here anymore. We're in intergalactic space by the looks of it. Of course, if you look out here, you can see two galaxies reticled at the center of the is this galaxy. It's called Triangulum. It is the third closest galaxy to our own. It's the second largest major galaxy away from the Milky Way. The largest, of course, being the Andromeda galaxy, and Andromeda is substantially closer. In fact, our galaxy and Andromeda are on a collision course, and at some point, several 100 million years from now, there will be a merger of the two galaxies, forming the Millandromeda galaxy, or something like that. I don't know what they'll call it. It'll likely be in a completely different language, or some form of bastardized English that no one would understand today. I mean, we're talking linguistic evolution on a scale that has never really been studied before, so. Anyway, back to what passes for reality here. I'm moving cargo between Lydla and HR 1064. Primarily, the exchange here is Imperial slaves and silver. We're going to double check to see if that's the most lucrative market for us to be in right now. It makes the most amount of sense. There are services available at the Exioche system. But there's some ancient imperial worlds like Vikes, Akinar, Fakis, Tianzis. What else? Liabese. It's fairly close. Let's see here. Nahet. There's Fakis. New. At any rate, we have a fuel scoop available at our current location, so we will examine the choices available to us. And we'll also review the latest news from Galnet. At this juncture. So the Utopia campaign, the last community goal to construct a military installation in the home system has now concluded. Many traders delivered a huge quantity of construction material to Bobco City, where the Utopias manage a SIM archive. Other independent pilots protected the operation by eliminating pirate vessels. Utopia spokesperson Dr. Leigh Constantinides expressed her gratitude. On behalf of Utopia, I would like to thank everyone who worked so hard to support this project. We hope that this will safeguard the SIM archive for the benefit of all of our descendants. Pilots who contributed to the initiative now collect their rewards from Bobco City and the Nari system. You might want to review earlier logs regarding the Aegis responds to concern over Thargoid incursions, and in particular the quote here of Admiral Aidan Tanner, Chief Military Liaison for Aegis, suggesting that the Thargoids, the reason that human fleets and Imperial fleets have not engaged the Thargoids directly is because they believe that they're engaging in skirmish raids at this point, and that the main battle force has not actually arrived, despite the destruction and deaths of hundreds of thousands, if not at this point millions of humans at the hands of the Thargoids. This was a war provoked largely, it is my belief, by the Empire and the Federation, to a lesser degree by the Alliance through their cooperation with a organization called NARA and INRA, Interstellar Navy Research Association. This is kind of a shadowy organization that may have been responsible for sending ships into the what was the name of it now? There's a rift at the outer rim of the galaxy. I'm just trying to remember the name of it. Just a moment. yes, it's called the Formidine Rift. They could have been responsible for instigating. They sent ships into the Formidine Rift in search of a world called Raxla. Raxla is believed to be a portal of some sort that allows intergalactic travel between our galaxy and some other locale, either in this or another universe, and could be the source of the Thargoids. Due to the means and approach taken, it is rumored including experimentation on living Thargoid specimens, they could have provoked this conflict. So I have not been as enthusiastic about going after the Thargoids, consequently, and have in general, avoided conflict with them up until recently. However, the new initiative has been identified here.
New prisoner facilities in Veroclist. The Empire has announced plans to construct a new Riker-class prison ship in the Veroclist system. Once complete, the ship will house criminals who accepted a period of imperial slavery, in lieu of a jail sentence, but who have proved to be too dangerous or unstable for such corrective punishment. The Moritascus Imperial Corporation, which is overseeing the initiative, has placed an open order for Imperial slaves and non-lethal weapons, promising to reward pilots who deliver these commodities to Vaucaler's Vision in the Veroclist system. The organization has also placed a kill order on all ships on its wanted list, to ensure those contributing commodities to the campaign can do so safely. Moritascus Imperial Corporation spokesperson, Superintendent Arnold Cochran, released the following statement. "We are pleased the Empire has awarded us this contract, and we look forward to the first ships arriving with our new guests. The campaign begins on the 10th of May 3304 and will run for 1 week. If the final target is met earlier than planned, the campaign will end immediately."
And there it is, the Veroclist system. And we have a point of contact now it's Commander Jonas. We'll contact him or her to see if they're participating.
Unsuccessful.
He doesn't want to be contacted. I'm going to have to go. Oh, we've been contacted. Let's see if there's anything in the HR category here. And in the meantime, oh yeah, there's still. Oh, we can salvage landmines. We also have to go to the XCOCHE system. I think we can donate 750 grand to these people because they are ranked number 2, are they not? Well, before we do, let's have a look at the situation with trade. Our options will be as follows. We will ignore slavery. No, we'll keep imperial slaves. It's the more generic, sexually exploited slaves we are not interested in. We'll take 18 light years as our max hop distance. It's our distance, jump distance fully laden with cargo. Minimum supply will be 3,000. Our minimum demand 10. Maximum price age will take 15 days. Min profit. Oh, we're going to need at least 4,000 to be interested. Government, any allegiance, any state, any non-permanent systems, yes. Landing pad, large. Distance, 2,000 light seconds. Include planetary, yes. Powers, any search location. We are in the Lidla system at the moment. And find our loops. Indeed, there have been some updates. The most lucrative of which is the Kandakama system, Pennington Hub. 59.63 light years away. Kandakama has multiple matches here, so we'll likely transfer all of our operations over there. If I can get my video working again. For some reason it's not working right now. Give me a moment. Give me a second. Oh, I might have to log off and back in, unfortunately, due to a video malfunction. And that's exactly what we're going to have to do. We'll be right back. Sorry about this. Yeah, we got to log off completely.